Shark Nation, what's good, man? How you doing? How you feeling? And welcome back. I'm IC3 3000 to be exact. And look, man, we got ourselves another episode of the Seattle Blue Shark Dynasty. Season 3, Episode 2, man. And look, in Episode 1, we had ourselves a good game, man. We went down to Tallahassee to go see FSU. Them Seminoles, man. The number 11 ranked team in the nation. We knew we were going to have ourselves a tall task, man. Season opener. Let alone, man, first game in a new conference, first conference matchup. Look, man, them boys came out to play. We saw the debut of our new quarterback, Xavier, a.k.a. Moses Malone. Man, we saw some familiar faces as well. Ray and Rush and Jackson getting in there for some good plays. Ultimately, man, the Sharks came out firing. That offense was looking like a well-oiled machine, and it looked like we hadn't missed a beat from where we left off last season. Although, you know, our season did end off on a little bit of a sour note. Undefeated season that we just weren't able to finish. But, man, let me tell you, them Sharks look good. They look really good in this first game. We even had some big-time plays on defense as well, man. We see Rodriguez Diaz had a nice pick six late in the game, really giving the Sharks a fighting chance, man, and giving us control of the game late. But, you know, FSU is FSU, man, and they were able to come back, climb back in this game, ultimately tied it up late at the end of the game. But then we would see our freshman phenom have an incredible drive, man, finding 7-11 Jackson for what will ultimately put us in field goal range for a game-winning field goal attempt from yet another freshman. Big time, man. Zayden Upright, the much-needed improvement in our special teams. He came through with a clutch field goal to give us a lead at the end of the game, man. And ultimately, them Sharks walked out of there with that dub. You gotta love it, man. Celebration on the field, man, on the road. ACC matchup, top 25 team taking down week 1. I mean, you can just keep numbering and listing off the accomplishments. Go ahead and add that to the record books, man, as probably one of the best games up to date in Sharks history. There's some other ones that might go up there. But anyway, if we take a look at the stats from that game, man, you can see there was a lot of players who got involved, man. Rush, 17 attempts for 95 yards, and Tay Ray, 9 attempts, 49 yards. So roles kind of reversed a little bit in this third season. But then we see our receivers going absolutely crazy. Let's take a second look and see Malone's rushing stats there. But then our receivers, man, we had 2 receivers over 100 yards. Billy Goat with 6 receptions, 150. 7-11 Jackson with 135 yards. Both had a touchdown to their names. And we saw freshman Christian Bates get in there as well. So look, man, Coach Hughes is doing a great job of using all these athletes that have come to the program and put them to use, man. We got to use all the talent that we can, especially in this stacked ACC conference. But then we can take a look at some other stats, man. We got blocking. We can see how many pancakes we got with a couple other freshmen in there. 7-11 Jackson went absolutely stupid. 18 pancakes in one game is insane. I don't know when he found time to do that over the 150 yards he had receiving. But anyway, man, we take a look at the defensive stats. We can see that total tackles led by yet another freshman. You're probably going to hear me say that a lot. But Solomon Beaumont, man, came through with 13 total tackles. And just had a phenomenal game, really kind of showing himself as a leader on that defensive side, man. Then we see the sophomore also finishing with 13 total tackles, and 2 of those for a loss coming from the safety spot. So that's pretty impressive, man. And you can see, man, the other list of names that goes down: King Trident, Shannon, LB States, Rodriguez Diaz, who we know had that interception, man, took that thing all the way back for a tutty. Nehemiah Hood getting in the mix, and many, many more, man. I mean, we can go down this whole list. They are all impact players in their own right. But listen, it's a full team effort, like I said before, man. The defense, to honestly, to beat a team like Florida State, man, week 1, when everything is fresh, maybe it doesn't say a lot. You know, maybe they're still trying to get their stuff together. We're trying to get our stuff together. But listen, I don't care what you say. We are 1-0. They are not. So anyway, man, we're going to get a chance to actually check out the Shark Bait update. And you know we going crazy with that thing, man. We got to get something for the Shark Nation faithful, man. Take us back to campus. But anyway, we see an article and they say the table has turned in Tallahassee. FSU who? And look, man, you know we love a little bit of trash talk. And here's what they say, man. The Blue Sharks walked in the hostile territory, the underdogs, but walked out as winners. And so the article reads, after an extremely eventful offseason, the Blue Sharks prepared for a fresh start to a brand new season and a brand new conference. The ACC is no stranger to good competition, and that's exactly what the Blue Sharks brought to Tallahassee this past Saturday. Getting off to an early start, freshman quarterback Xavier Malone will find his playmaking tight end Jackson early and often, resulting in an early touchdown, the first of the season. That success would quickly fade as the Seminoles would remind everyone why they were ranked the number 11 team in the nation. They would answer every call, and the game quickly turned into a shootout. The defense, however, would get in on the party with the late pick 6 from second-year corner Diaz. The game was tied late, 38-38, and Malone and company would drive down in the final seconds of the game and put their fate on the foot of the freshman kicker, Zayden Upright. Upright, who was 1 for 2 in the game, would seal his name in history, nailing a 34-yarder to give the Sharks their first win on the year and also making a statement to not only the conference, but the nation. FSU who? So look, man, anytime the Sharks can get a dub, man, we want to let the campus know all about it. You know what I'm saying? We want to get the people involved. But anyway, man, we also got a chance to catch up with one of the big-time players from that game, 7-11 Jackson, and the reporter asked him, how are you feeling about the season after everything that's happened and all the scandal? And basically he said, I feel like we're picking up right where we left off. We had really big goals for last season, but those goals, they haven't changed. And, we're here to make some noise. So listen, man, you can tell, man, this Sharks group is a confident group. We, like I said, last year, we're undefeated and likely, I feel like we would have stayed that way, but you never know. If, ands, and buts, we're here now. We're in the ACC. We're in a new conference, and we're starting the thing off right. And speaking of new beginnings and fresh starts, we have got ourselves some new recruits. That's right. Blue Sharks recruiting is now open. This is going to be the class of 2025. But listen, I need you to pay attention. Recruiting is going to work a little bit differently now. I told you guys, if you wanted to be in this series, if you want to be in the game, you had to do it early. Because now we got to change it up a little bit. Now, the response has been incredible. But I want to make sure everybody who submits a player is going to be able to play. So here's how it's going to work, man. From here on in order to get a player on one of these teams, whether it be the Blue Sharks or whether it be the Beaumont Black Panthers, I need you to subscribe and join the channel. And listen, when you join the channel, you're going to get a whole lot of other perks as well. But one of those is going to be the ability to create a recruit. And trust me, it's still going to work the same way. We're still going to have a whole lot of fun. But I want to make sure if you put a player in this series that you're going to actually see them on the field. It's only right. So we got 5 positions for the Blue Sharks this year. And like I said, we do have another team, the Beaumont Black Panthers. And this team is a fresh team. So we got a whole lot more spots. So it's up to you. If you want to join the Sharks, you may have to wait a little bit until that position comes open, or you can go ahead and play for the Beaumont Black Panthers. Either way, man, we're going to have a whole lot of fun. We're going to get into the Black Panthers as well. But right now, it's time to focus on them Sharks. So this week, we got UNLV, and this is also our first home game. And if you remember from last season, man, we were issued a challenge to get a new stadium. Now, ultimately, we weren't able to finish that season, but the board did give us that new stadium. So we're going to unveil that bad boy as well. Going to be really exciting. But before we do that, man, let's actually check in with Coach Hughes. And look, man, as we develop the team, we're going to be developing the coach as well. And the cool thing about this is that as we develop our coach, it actually goes hand in hand with the play on the field, depending on what we choose. So right now we're looking at the motivator role. And this right here is one that I definitely overlooked when I first started building the coach archetype. This will directly affect our players. So right now you can see we're going to go ahead and upgrade the quarterback slot, man. And we're going to have our quarterback have the ability to stay hot through timeouts, quarter changes. And now we kind of need to figure out where we want to spend the rest of these 15 points, man. So I think if we just go based off of the last game, FSU, there was one thing that we felt like we could not stop, and that was the run game. So I'm going to go ahead and let's build into our defensive line, man. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade them 2 tiers. That's going to spend 2 points. So right now we're going to get a bonus XP for when our D linemen are drafted. And then they're also going to be able to stay hot through timeouts and things like that, which I feel like is going to be a big benefit to this team. Now, the other thing that I want to work on, I feel like it's going to be this offensive line. Our quarterback had almost no time to throw the football at times, and it's something that we're just going to have to do this first year in the ACC, man. I already know these other teams like Florida State, like Clemson, and other teams, they're going to have some dogs in the D-line. So we definitely want to improve that. But we'll keep track of Coach Hughes and where he's at as far as his coaching abilities throughout the season. But right now, you can see we're leaning really towards that motivator role. You know what I'm saying? And we already know Coach Hughes is one of the GOATs, man. One of the greatest coaches to ever do it. If anybody's going to be able to get these guys to get ready to go and play and be motivated, it's our boy John Hughes. So, all right, man, now that we got our coach together, now let's kind of take a look at what's going on around the conference. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the conference standings up to this point and just kind of see where everything is at. You know what I'm saying? We want to get a gauge of our competition and get a feel for what we're looking at for the rest of the season. So if if we go ahead and get into this, man, obviously it's early in the season, but we're 1-0 and we're 1-0 on conference play. So they got us up there at the top. And that's where we should be, man. Like I said, we would definitely feel like we're picking up where we left off from last season. But as you can see, some of the teams on this list, we got some real competition here, man. Speaking of competition, one of those teams is the Beaumont Black Panthers, and they so far are 2-0, although we don't know who they played, but right now they're looking really good. So they're going to definitely be a team to watch out for, but as are the rest of these teams on this list, man. As you can see, even though we beat Florida State last week, they are ranked number 2 in the conference. Like I said, it's still early. Not a lot of teams have had a chance to actually play other conference teams, but we'll take it as we can get it. Hey, if it's early in the season and we're number 1, we're still number 1. I don't care what you say. But now that all has been said and all has been done, you know what time it is. It's time to get to that field. It's time to get into that action. Listen, we are in week 2, and we got the UNLV Rebels, and they come in our turf. So Shark Nation, you already know what time it is. It is game time. Yes, sir, Shark Nation, it is that time. We get into week 2, and we're getting ready to hit that field. And speaking of field, we're going to get our first look at the brand new stadium. We're going to get a quick glimpse here. Looking extra beautiful. That's Shark Blue in the stands. And they are ready for this game as we got Just Incredible lined up to take this kick return out of the end zone. He's going to do so and get tackled down just before the 20 at the 17. And so now we're getting ready to roll this offense out on the field where we see our freshman who really powered us through last game, man, got us that dub. Moses Malone getting ready to take the field on first down, man. Starting on the 17, we're going to go with a handoff to Rush on the right-hand side, who's going to try to find some room, but then get met by 2 Rebels. Only picks up a yard, man. So that's where we're going to start this drive. We pick up 1 yard, so it's 2nd and 9 now. And then we see Malone still going to stay in shotgun, trying to call his signals. And he's going to hand off to Rush, who's going to get another carry and get a nice gain right there, gain of about 8. So it's now 3rd and 1. Nice manageable situation. You can see Shark Nation is loving that as we get Rush, who had a really nice carry right there. He had a good game as well last week. Trying to continue some of that success here on 3rd down as we're going to go with an RPO. Quick screen to the left to Austin, the freshman, who makes his first catch of this game and gets the Sharks their first down on this drive. So we're now on the 28. And we see Malone still in shotgun as he drops back to pass. He's surveying the field. He's going to find Austin again over on the right-hand side for a nice gain of 7 right there. So the Sharks looking pretty good on this first drive. Moving the ball with relative ease, man, and we love to see that as we get another carry, but this time it's going to go to Tay Ray, who's going to get the Sharks a first down all the way down to the 44 and showing a little bit of feistiness right there at the end of that play. A little scuffle, just letting them know he's going to be here all day. You're going to have to tackle him all day. But anyway, that's a first down for the Sharks. So now after that nice play, it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 44. We're going to see another rush, 2 rush on the right-hand side. He's only going to pick up a yard. So here we go, a 2nd and 9. About 5 minutes left in this first quarter as we see Malone drop back to pass. He's under pressure, but he's going to find his running back Rush on the left-hand side, who's looking for some room. He makes one man miss and then picks up the first down. You love to see it when you get Rush in open space. He is a dangerous man. And so here we go. We got another first down, but this time Malone dropped back to pass, but he had no time. And he's going to take the sack and take a loss on that play. And you can see right there, the old lineman just has to show a little bit more fight. Let that D lineman go right by him with a couple hand moves, quick hands right there. We would like to see him be a little bit better on that play. Anyway, 2nd and 15, we're going to go play action. And yet again, Malone has no time and is sacked in the backfield again for another huge loss. It is now 3rd and 24. So out of nowhere, this O-line has completely failed us. And on obvious passing downs like that one, we need them to hold up a little bit more. They could not, so we just throw that one in the dirt. So it's going to be 4th and 24, and what started as a nice drive, we're going to see Zayden Upright, who is our kicker and punter this season. He's going to boot that thing off and get it all the way down to the 29. And so now we're going to get the first look at the UNLV offense as we take a look at the Discover Impact players. And here we go, man. We're going to see the Sharks defense get on the field for the first time as well. But the Rebels are going to start on the 29, and they're going to go with a play action, looking for something over the middle, and he finds them for a quick first down. So right off the bat, the Rebels trying to show some fight and move this football down the field as they're now in the 42, and they find another receiver on the left-hand side for another chunk play, getting all the way down to the 44, and yet another first down. So they are in rhythm right now. Sharks defense trying to catch up, as this time we're going to see play action again, but this time the Sharks turned up the heat just a little bit, and I think that was T Country right there who got in the face of the quarterback and made him throw a bad throw right there. So it's something to build off of, especially how we started this drive, man, on defense. So here we go, man. It's now 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 44. Just over 3 minutes to go as he goes with an option, a read option. And he picks up a few yards right there. But he took a big hit, and he definitely paid for it. As you can see, Shark Faithful, they like that one right there. You got to let them know it ain't sweet around here. You ain't just going to be running around without paying for it. Anyway, man, it's going to be 3rd and 7. Ball on the 41 as they go play action yet again. Looking for a pass to the right-hand side. And he barely misses his receiver on that sideline. So they are going to be forced to settle for a long field goal right here. And here we go, man. The kick is up. It looked like it might have the distance. It does, and it goes through the uprights. And so the Rebels go on the board first on Seattle's turf. And so here we go. The game has now opened up. Score's going to be 3-0. UNLV trying to come to Seattle and make a statement. And right now, they're kind of getting their point across as the defense looked like they weren't going to be able to stop them anytime soon. But thankfully, we made them settle for a field goal. But here we go, man. The Shark Faithful is kind of looking like they can see we might not be ready, or we overlooked this team as we didn't give them much credit being UNLV. No shade. But anyway, Justin Credible is going to take this kickoff out of the end zone yet again and get down to the 19. And so the Sharks will try again on this second offensive drive. As we see Malone and company start off in shotgun, Tay-Ray to his right, and he's going to get the handoff and take it up to the left for a good gain of 6 right there. And so here we go. Sharks trying to find some rhythm on offense. Ball's on the 25, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first as Malone was under pressure, but he finds Rush in some open space on the right-hand side, and Rush is fighting for extra yards, but he definitely picks up the first down and moves the Sharks all the way down to the 33. And so here we go. The Sharks trying to find some rhythm as Malone is going to connect to another target. It's going to be Austin, who's going to find some space and uses his speed down the right-hand side and gets pushed out of bounds on the ULV sideline, and he shows them a little bit of character at the end and let them know, hey, you got to run a little bit faster to catch me. That is a freshman right there, Malik Austin, making an impact early in this game, and that definitely is a point of emphasis, man. If you know the Sharks story, we lost a couple key players and some guys that were really big-time players for our offense and defense, and so we're going to have to replace that level of productivity, and right now, Austin's looking like he's ready to fill the shoes. So anyway, after a nice play, it's 1st and 10 on the 45, and we're going to see Malone drop back again. He looks for a safety valve and Rush, who's been reliable so far, but on that one, he's only going to be able to pick up a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 on the 44. We're going to see a handoff to Rush again, who's getting a whole lot of work. And speaking of a whole lot of work, he's putting in work with another first down. A nice run right there by Rush. So the tandem running back of Ray and Rush right now is going to work. And so here we go. Speaking of tandem, we're going to see Ray actually get this carry as he plays a little bit of bully ball, winning the battle on that tackle right there, falling forward for a decent gain of 3. So 2nd and 7, ball on the 31, getting into the minute mark of this first quarter. Sharks down 3, looking to score. As we see, Malone's going to find Ray with some space, and Ray's got a little bit of speed, and he gets all the way down to the 6. And that right there is what you want to see. Malone right now just taking what the defense gives, and we know he has a propensity to try to play hero ball, so we like the adjustment here as we see Ray get another handoff and get all the way down to the 1. You can tell he wanted to get in that end zone on that drive right there, but just couldn't. So here we go on 2nd and goal, ball on the 1-yard line. We are under a minute in the first quarter. We're going to see Ray get another handoff to the right-hand side. He's trying to get to that pylon, but yet again, he is denied. So it's 3rd and goal, ball still on the 1. And now we actually see Justin Credible in the backfield, who's going to find his way into the end zone for a Sharks touchdown. This is the first touchdown on our new field and our new stadium, and it is Justin Credible who gets the honors. Big 2-5 in the end zone, and the Sharks take the lead in this game. And I know for Credible, this is a long time coming, as he's usually designated to special teams, but this time he gets the handoff out of the backfield and punches in his ticket. Sharks go up on the board, man, and take the lead in this game and really asserted some dominance, especially on the offensive side of the football, man. That first drive, we felt good, but it just fizzled out. This one, we capitalize and we walk away with points. And so here we go, man. We see Upright with the kickoff that's going to go all the way to the end zone, but they are going to take it out, and he is going to be met by a host of Sharks and only get down to the 15. So here we go, man. Sharks defense back on the field, trying to be a little bit more aggressive than we were in the first drive. And here we go, man. Speaking of aggressive, we see a nice tackle by Beaumont and Diaz, keeping the running back to 2 yards on that carry. So it's now 2nd and 8, ball on the 17. They're going to go with another handoff to the left-hand side, and this time Beaumont comes through like a Mack truck, putting that running back down on the turf. Love to see it. So here we go, 3rd and 6, the money down there, looking over the middle, and they find a receiver who breaks a tackle and then finally gets dropped down, but he was able to pick up that first down. They're going to go hurry up as there are only a couple seconds left in this first quarter. They're not going to get a playoff. So at the end of the first quarter, man, the Sharks found a way to take the lead, man. The score is 7-3. And here we go, man. We take a look at what has happened so far throughout this game. And right now, man, you can see the Sharks offense seemingly have a good handle on this game, but there's still a whole lot of game left to play. And so we're going to have to see how it unfolds. But right now, UNLV has got 1st and 10 on the 35, and they're looking to go and try to get the lead from the Blue Sharks on their home turf. So here we see a handoff to the left-hand side where their running back finds a ton of space until he's brought down by King Triton, who got a nice hit on him right there. But I'll take a tackle in the backfield over a good hit any day. So anyway, man, it's going to be 1st and 10 now. They've crossed the 50, and they're going to go right back to the well as they go with a handoff to their running back again. But this time, Hood was there to shut it down. So after a really, really nice run on 1st down on that last handoff, man, we see him go nowhere. So it's going to be 2nd and 10, still on the 44. And here we go, man. They're going to go yet again with another handoff. We tried to cut back to the right-hand side, but was met by some hungry Sharks. Only picks up 2, so it's now 3rd and 8. Another money down as we see them looking for a receiver on the left-hand side. And that time, King Triton was right there. Put that boy on the island. Locked down, incomplete pass, and they are going to have to punt this thing off to the Blue Sharks, and we love to see it. So here we go, man. After a decent punt, the Sharks are going to start with the ball on the 21, and we are back at work. So here we go. We see Tay Ray get a handoff and a nice carry of 5 right there. So we are now looking at 2nd and 5, ball on the 26, and we're going to go out of the shotgun, and we're going to do what's working for us. We go with another handoff, but this time we actually lose a yard. And we see a little bit of disrespect from the Rebels, kicking some dirt on our guy while he's down. And we don't take too kindly to disrespect. So here we go. We're going to have to get back for that. It's 3rd and 6. And Malone is looking for a receiver. He finds Billy Goat on the right-hand side, who was barely able to squeak past that 1st down marker. But he does, and he moves the chains. And so that right there is a good sign to getting Billy Goat involved in this offense early as we try to go right back to him on a quick screen. But the Rebels are ready for that one. And so we actually lose a yard. And so on 2nd and 11, going right back to the bread and butter, handed off to Tay Ray to the right-hand side, but he only picks up 1. So right now, we kind of see a little bit of a pattern. That right-hand side of the line, man, we're not getting much results in the run game. Not sure what's going on there, but on 3rd and 9, this is an obvious passing down. So we see Malone try to make some adjustments at the line. He's scrambling to his left, looking for some time. He's got a receiver in Jackson who might have been open, but it was quickly misread. And it's going to be intercepted and taken back down to the 43. And that right there is unfortunate. Honestly, it was just a late read from our freshman. He saw a receiver, but he just saw him a little bit too late. And that safety was able to come down, make a play on the football, and ultimately make a play for his team, man. Ladarius Bishop, the senior cornerback, ultimately, he just made a nice play, man. I'm not even too mad at the quarterback right there. He had a guy open, but just saw him a little bit too late. So it's going to be a turnover, and the Rebels are going to take over at the 43, where they're going to try to go with a handoff. But this Sharks defense, it has definitely picked up the intensity, and them boys been in the weight room, and they're definitely letting the Rebels know right now. Another good hit from the Sharks defense and a loss of a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 11. They're going to go with a handoff yet again, and he's going to be met by Swagate Jenkins, and then T Country is just going to finish that play off. So he keeps him to only a 2-yard gain. So it's another 3rd down, 3rd and 7. As he drops back to pass, he's going to find a receiver over the middle yet again. He's been killing us over the middle of the field all game up to this point, and he does it yet again. They're going to convert that 3rd down, and it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 26. And they go with another handoff to the left-hand side. But this time the Sharks are going to hold up and limit that run to only a yard. And so here we go, man. It's 3 minutes and 45 seconds left to go before halftime. Sharks still up in this game, but the UNLV Rebels are in striking distance. And speaking of strikes, the quarterback just threw an absolute dot to his receiver on the sideline. King Triton right there to make the tackle, but they get all the way down to the 10, and then they go turbo on us, trying to speed us up. And it looks like they got a man in motion. They wouldn't go with a reverse, but they hand it off to the running back, who gets stuck by Tyler. Nice hit right there. Took that boy off of his feet, took him to the 10th floor, and then laid him down ever so gently. I told you them boys been in the weight room. But here we go, man. Hopefully that can spark some momentum in the Sharks defenses. Right now, they are bleeding. So a 2nd and 11, ball on 11. They're going to go with a handoff to the outside. And he's going to be met and taken down quickly. So he picks up 2 right there. So it's now 3rd down again. They're going to look for a receiver. He's under all types of pressure. He throws in traffic. And crazy enough, he found his receiver. But a big hit at the end of that play caused him to drop it. So yet again, he finds a receiver over the middle. But thankfully, he wasn't able to complete the catch. So the Rebels are going to go with a field goal attempt, which is going to be a chip shot. It's going to go up through the uprights, and they are going to get more points on the board. But thankfully, the Sharks still hold on to a lead. It's a slim lead, but the score is now 7-6 after that field goal by the Rebels. So after all the dust settles, the Sharks are sitting in the lead, and we get the ball back. So that's all we can ask for as Credible is getting set to return. He's already got 1 touchdown in this game. He found a lane up the middle. He was almost out of there, but he got caught and brought down at the 28. So a good return right there from Credible. Would have loved to see him break that one for a big gain. But anyway, on 1st down, the Sharks looking to throw the ball with Malone, but he was under siege and just had to dirt that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 10, ball on the 28 as we go with a handoff to Ray, who cuts up the middle, but only gets 3 on that run right there. So here we go. Another money down, 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Malone is dropping back. He's under some pressure. He's looking over the top. He's got Billy Gold in a one-on-one matchup. Billy Gold is going to make the catch, and he is in the end zone for touchdown number 2 in this game, and he wants to hear you. I'm telling you, one-on-one matchups with the GOAT is just not good for your health. This boy right here is him. Man, what a throw from the quarterback. That thing had to be 60+ yards. Put it right in the bucket. And number 5 is in the end zone, and we have touchdown number 2. The extra point is up, and it's good. Sharks go up 14-6, 2 minutes and 31 seconds left to go before halftime, and we are feeling good at home. What a throw and catch right there, man. My goodness. And just like that, man, the Sharks feel like they got complete control of this game. We've got Shark Nation, Shark Faithful involved. They're getting loud as we see a handoff go to the right-hand side. He cuts up the middle, and he takes a big hit. He only gets up and picks up 3 right there on that run. So we're getting close to the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter as we see them go play action again. He's under pressure. He's going to find a safety valve in his running back, but he's met right there by LB States. Made a nice tackle, prevented him from going anywhere else. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. And here we go. He's going to drop back to pass again. He's going to look for the receiver on the left-hand side, and he was absolutely locked down by Triton, but they are going to call pass interference on what was probably the best defensive play we've seen in this game so far. That was bogus on our home field. You cannot call that. But anyway, we've got to play on. So on 1st down, they're going to go with a screen to the right-hand side, and he absolutely puts somebody in a spin cycle and picks up the 1st down and then some. And we have yet another yellow flag on our field. And they're going to say roughing the passer on Isaiah Tyler. Got a little bit too anxious right there. Wanted to make a play, but probably should have held up right there. So in a couple plays, the Rebels are now all the way on the 20 line in no time. And we see on 1st down, they're going to go with a pass over the middle to the tight end, who made a nice move and gets all the way down to the 3. And so what should have been a drive that would have likely taken the rest of this quarter, they, in 3 plays, have gone all the way down to the 3-yard line. So on 1st and goal, he's just going to easily find a receiver in the back of the end zone, uncovered. Got to make sure he got his feet down, but they're calling it a touchdown, man. I mean, I don't know why he was so wide open right there, but I mean, there was nobody within 10 yards of that man. Anyway, man, it looks like it's going to be an easy touchdown for UNLV. And they are looking to try to get back in this football game. We were feeling really good after that big-time touchdown from Malone to GOAT, but then UNLV comes right back with only a few plays and puts points on the board, man. So here we go, man. 13-14 going into halftime as we see Credible's going to get another chance to return this thing. He's final crease. This is the 2nd time he had a good lane, but just couldn't quite break it open. So anyway, man, the Sharks are going to start with the ball on the 20. And the offense is looking to add onto this lead if they can. And so here we go. Moses Malone's going to take the snap. Rolling out to his right, rolling right into pressure. Tried to find Bates, but just didn't have any time to make a good throw, and that one's just going to go out of bounds. And so on second down, we're going to go with a handoff to Ray, who had a whole lot of space, got 7 yards on that one, and making this third down a little bit more manageable. So it's 3rd and 3, ball on the 27. That clock's still running. He's going to find Tay Ray on the right-hand side, who's going to be able to turn that corner. He tried to jump over him, man, but got clipped. But, man, what a big-time play right there. Moving that football all the way down to the 48. And this is the second time Malone has been able to find his safety valve in Tay Ray and make a big play out of it. So Tay Ray looking like a big asset in his passing game, not only as a runner, but as a pass catcher out of that backfield. And that's something that we're going to have to keep our eye on. Nice run right there. Sometimes you wish he would just stay on his feet, but it makes for an exciting play if he could make that hurdle, but you don't want him to get hurt. But anyway, it's 1st and 10, ball on the 48. Malone's dropping back to pass again. He's looking for a receiver on the right-hand side. He was able to make the connection. And I think that was Austin right there with the short-handed catch. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. We are now under a minute in the second quarter, going into halftime. Malone calling the shots at the line. He's going to have to roll out to his left. He's looking for some space. He had Ray, but didn't want it. He's going to take it himself for a nice gain right there. Just going to go ahead and run for the first down and get out of bounds. So heady play right there from the freshman. And here we go. We see another pass go to Austin on the right-hand side, who had some space. He tried to get shifty, couldn't break away. Got a nice gain of 6, but we are going to have to burn a timeout right there. And so here we go. We get all the way down to the 24. 39 seconds left to go before halftime. 2nd and 3. Malone trying to get his guys the right plays. And here we go. He's going to have to drift off to his left. They brought a blitz. He's going to find Jackson on the left-hand side, who stretches out but keeps them toes in bounds. Nice catch right there from a tight end. And so we are going to get closer to that end zone. We're on the 13-yard line right now. 30 seconds left to go. They bring the blitz. Malone's got to get rid of it. He doesn't, and he takes the sack on the play. Huge loss right there. And, man, you wish he would have just thrown that ball out of bounds. He couldn't see the blitz, and he takes a huge loss on the play. So now it's going to be 2nd and 22, and we had to burn another timeout. So we're on the 26. 28 seconds left to go before the second half. Malone's going to go through the air again. He's going to find Austin over the middle, and Austin's going to use his speed to get to the edge and get into the end zone. And the Shark Nation, the student section, is going crazy. They are up on their feet, and he wants to hear it. Make some noise for the freshman. We said we were looking for some guys to fill some big shoes, and right now, Malik Austin is looking like he could be one of those guys, number 4 in the end zone. Got to give a shout out to Moses Malone as well, man. Put that football on a string. Great throw, great catch, great finish. The Sharks go into the end zone yet again right before halftime. What a big play, big momentum play right there. That's exactly what we needed. And so with this good extra point, the score is now 21-13 with only a few seconds left to go before halftime. And the Sharks, once again, are feeling really good. So here we go, man. A nice kickoff from upright. Puts a football almost in the back of the end zone. He's going to have no choice but to go ahead and take a knee and nail that one down. So they're going to start with the football on the 25. 20 seconds left to go before halftime. They're going to drop back to pass. He's looking on the right-hand side. He's going to find his receiver, and Flowers is going to push him out of bounds. So they make a catch, get a nice gain right there, and go out of bounds, which is not what we want. But can the Sharks hold up right here before halftime and prevent points as we see Matrix come flying off that left end and get to the quarterback for a sack on the play, loss of 5. So here we go. After that nice play, 2nd and 15, they're dropping back to pass again, looking on the right-hand side, and Rodriguez Diaz, Johnny on the spot, was right there to break that pass up. So it's now 3rd and 15, and they're just going to go with a handoff and likely burn the rest of this clock before halftime. And so here we go. We actually take a timeout. We spent our last timeout. Maybe we can get something special on this punt return right here, as Flowers is going to have it lined up and try to make a play, try to make a name for himself right here. But he was tracked down and wasn't able to go anywhere. So with only 1 second left on the clock, man, the Sharks are going to go ahead and take a knee and go into halftime with the lead 21-13 at home against the Rebels, man. And so here we go. We actually get a look at a player spotlight for the halftime report, and it's going to be Malik Austin, the freshman, man, who has 6 targets, 6 catches, 74 yards, and 1 touchdown. So, I mean, he has been as shorthanded gets, doesn't drop anything, and he's actually been an excellent playmaker once he gets the football in his hands with that touchdown, man. But right now, honestly, the Sharks offense has looked really good on the ground, through the air. The one thing I feel like we need to improve is our defense. We've just given UNLV too many opportunities and too many penalties to go down and score. So we got to tighten that up. But here we go, man. The second half is underway with a nice kick from upright. And here we go, man. UNLV is going to start with the ball on the 25 again. And the Sharks are looking to maintain this lead and hopefully go 2-0 on this early season. So here we go. UNLV is going to go with a handoff to the outside on the right-hand side. And they're actually going to lose a yard after States was right there to bottle that running back up. So loss of 1 right there. So they're going to be on the 24 now, 2nd and 11. Still in shotgun, but they're going to hand off to their running back who found some room up the middle and gets a nice gain right there. So it's going to be 3rd and 3. And they have now sped their tempo up. They're going to go no huddle, trying to catch us off guard on this 3rd down. They've been money on 3rd downs all game. Can we get a stop right here? We'll have to see. I'm trying to urge the crowd to get into this, but they make it look easy yet again on 3rd down, making the connection and converting that 3rd down, getting the 1st down. Ball's now on the 45. And they are still in hurry up. And so the Sharks got to try to figure out this passing game. The linebackers, I don't know what's going on. They need to stay in their zones. But here we go. They're actually going to go with a handoff this time. So speaking of the passing game, it might not matter as he gets a good gain of almost 10 right there on the ground. So UNLV is now marching down the field on this first drive of the second half. And they're going to go with a handoff and pick up the 1st down and get a little bit more, getting past the 40 all the way down to the 38. And so just like I said, man, they are marching down this field and the defense is reeling right now and trying to find some answers to what has been a hot UNLV offense as they're going with a pass to the left-hand side. It finds an open receiver in his running back who gets dragged down at the 20. And so yet again, they are still in hurry up and the Sharks have not figured it out. We've got to do something because right now they are definitely on track for a touchdown as they're going to go with a reverse to the left-hand side, but he reverses field and cannot be brought down after multiple attempts, but finally gets tripped up by John Shannon, who came all the way from that free safety spot, made a tackle in the backfield. So finally, the Sharks can catch their breath for just a second. As we see, they're going to go play action, but then States, speaking of catching his breath, he caught the football. It's an interception, and then he fumbles the football, and then UNLV picks it up and scores on the play. I'll be honest, I've never seen such a play. I don't even know what to say. This is crazy turn of events right here. In all honesty, this is a moment where the game is just going to game you. My fellow college football 25 players out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's some BS, man. But anyway, States was not able to hold on to that football after the interception, which may have sealed this game. If the Sharks get that football back and we go down and score again, that might have been game over. But we are not there. We are looking at a different scenario. The Rebels scored that touchdown, and it's 19-21, and they are bold right now. They're going to go for 2, and they're going to get it. So it is now a tie ball game, 21-21, after a devastating turnover that turned into a turnover that turned into a touchdown. Triple T, I don't even know what to say. But anyway, man, we're going to see Kylan Crossley get his first action as a Blue Shark in this game, man, at home, taking the kickoff all the way down to the 15. And right now, the Sharks just trying to shake off that last play and just keep our heads in the game as we go with a handoff to Tay Ray up the middle for a nice gain of 9 right there. But man, oh man, that's going to be hard to bounce back from. But anyway, we play on. So 2nd and 1, ball on 24, man. 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter as we go with a quick RPO screen to the right-hand side to Austin, who picks up the 1st down and then some. So we get all the way down to the 29 and we stay in shotgun. But this time we go with a handoff to Tay Ray, who found himself in some open space and gets another 1st down right there. So right now, we're playing with a little chip on our shoulder after that. And we are trying to go back down this field and score, man. So here we go. Malone's going to stay in shotgun. They're bringing the blitz on the right-hand side. He's going to find a receiver in his freshman Bates, who was wide open right there, ran his route to perfection. A good crossing route right there. Got himself open over the middle. Held onto the football, too, after a nice hit at the end of that. So here we go. Now on the 41. The Rebels bring the blitz again, and we're going to have to go with a safety valve to Ray on the left-hand side. He tried to stay in bounds and make a move, but just couldn't shake that tackle. Kind of looking at Malone like, man, you just kind of set me up right there. But anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 15 after that loss. And we're going to hand the ball right back off to Ray, who looks like he's absolutely gassed. We're going to have to sub him out, man. They don't want to get him hurt. But anyway, man, after 2 negative plays right there, we are now looking at 3rd and 19 on the 50-yard line on a drive that we really need to score on after that big-time momentum play. And we do not as Malone was looking for his big-time tight end. 7-11 Jackson couldn't quite make the connection right there. The throw was just a little bit low and behind. So we're actually going to punt this football right back off to the UNLV Rebels, man. And they're going to start with the football on the 23. Just over 3 minutes to go in this third quarter, man. And they right now probably have all the momentum in this game as they go with a handoff to the right-hand side and pick up 9 before Jenkins was able to wrestle him down. And so here we go. This Sharks defense is going to try to get another big-time play as we see Beaumont put the pads on that running back right there. Try to get shifty, but that's not going to work on 5-4, trust me. So anyway, man, he does pick up the first down. So it's 1st and 10 on the 34. And they're going to go with another pass as the quarterback has some time to survey the field and finds a receiver on the right-hand side for a gain of 6. So all game, man, UNLV's quarterback, O'Neal, has just had time to throw the football, and he's found his receivers on time and on target as he does so again for a gain of 3. It's now 3rd and 1. They're going to go with a handoff, and he's not going to get that 1 yard. It's going to be 4th and inches, and we're going to force UNLV to punt this football back to the Sharks offense. Hopefully we can do something with it as Flowers is set to receive this punt. He's going to find some space. He's going to cut back across the field and almost broke that one loose. So that was a nice return right there by Trey Flowers, another freshman in this Sharks program. These freshmen making a big-time impact so far in this game. We're going to need another freshman in our quarterback, Moses Malone, to take us back down the field as he finds Rush on the right-hand side, picks up 8 right there. And so here we go, just getting back in that rhythm. We want to see Malone just kind of take advantage of what the defense shows, not try to do too much. And so here we go, man. We go with a handoff, and speaking of not too much, Ray only gets 1 yard on that carry right there. It's been tough sledding on the right-hand side of that line. And so it's 3rd and 1, ball on the 36. We go right back to the well. This time he picks up the first, fights for more yards, but it's going to get brought down by a host of Rebel defenders, man. So it's going to be 1st down, man. We're going to move the chains, but we're going to need to do a little bit more, man. We want to get in that end zone. So here we go. Malone's got all types of time in the pocket. He's going to step up. He's going to step up. Probably should have just thrown that one away, but he doesn't lose anything. Gets tackled out of bounds. Kind of just takes an extra hit on the quarterback for essentially nothing. But anyway, it's going to be 2nd and 10, man. Still on the 39. We send Christian Bates in motion from right to left. Malone drops back the pass. He steps up in the pocket. He fires to his receiver, Goat, who makes the catch and gets pushed forward. Almost past that 1st down marker, but just short. So it's 3rd and 1. Ball on the 49. And we're going to go with a quick RPO to the receiver, Austin, who's got some speed. He had the wiggle room. Would have loved to see him make that last man miss and get to the end zone, but he get a big gain out of it anyway, and we'll take it. And so the Sharks try to take advantage of some momentum and speed this offense up, but it results in a loss, man. Tay Ray, as you can see, just feeling some of the fatigue through being, having his number called on throughout this game. But we're going to need him to hold on for this 4th quarter, man, because we have got a tie ball game going into the 4th quarter at home. We got to defend home field. And right now we're in the dogfight. So here we go, man. Start of the 4th quarter is 2nd and 13. Ball on the 40. Malone in shotgun, getting ready to try and take his team to victory as we got a screen to the left-hand side. Rush had to cut back into traffic and only gets 3 right there. So here we go. It's 3rd and 10. We need a big play from our quarterback. Big play from the offense right here. He drop backs the pass. He's got pressure, but he finds Bates over the middle again, who makes the catch, gets the 1st down. Took a big shot right there. It kind of looked like he fumbled, but they say he was down, so we're not going to argue. So here we go on 1st and 10, ball on the 21. Malone's actually just going to step up in the pocket. Felt the blitz coming off the right-hand side, just stepped up and got a nice little gain of 2 right there. Made something out of nothing. So on 2nd down, we're going to go with a play action, and Malone is running for his life again. This time, he's just going to throw that thing out of bounds and prevent the loss on that play. Great effort by the freshman right there just to get that football away. So now, man, we're looking at another 3rd down, 3rd and 8, ball to the 19. About 6 minutes left to go in the 4th. Malone surveying the field. He found his receiver, Goat, crossing the field, but it just wasn't enough for the 1st down. So we're going to be forced to actually go for a field goal right here. And we're going to call on our freshman, Zayden Upright, who's been money so far throughout the season, man. And he was money yet again. The kick is up. The kick is good, and the Sharks go up 3 after a nice kick from our freshman, Zayden Upright. And, man, I can just only tell you how much of an improvement our kicking has been since we recruited this this young guy right here. And coach is loving it. Coach Hughes is absolutely loving it. I mean, kicking was the bane of our team last year, and now it's putting points on the board. So here we go, man. Offense went down and did their job. We got the lead. Now it's up to the defense to hold on to this lead and hopefully be able to get the Sharks offense the ball back. But that has been a tall order throughout this game, man. O'Neal's been dotting us up. The run game just steadily doing this thing, man, getting a little bit of yards here, a little bit of yards there, and then a manageable third down, and O'Neal's just dotting us up. So here we go. Another one of those manageable third downs. Can we get enough pressure on the quarterback to make a difference and get the ball back? And we do. The Sharks hold up and cause an incompletion right there. 4th and 4. The Rebels are going to punt this thing away to Flowers, who's got a whole lot of room to run, and we know he's got some speed. He's going to find his way up to the right-hand side and get all the way down to the 33, so a decent return right there. And now the Sharks are in great position to potentially extend this lead and try and secure this game, man, as we see Rush get the handoff and get a nice, solid gain of 7 right there. And so here we go. We got to imagine we might lean heavily on the run as we're getting to the later stages of this 4th quarter, and we have the lead. So we see Rush and Ray get 2 handoffs right there, and then Rush is going to get another handoff, and he's fighting for the yards. He doesn't quite get it, so it's going to be 4th and inches. And you already know what we're about to do right here. We got a 6'5", 225 quarterback. We are running the quarterback sneak, and we get that first down, man. 4th and inches, you can just bet the house that we're going to go ahead and quarterback sneak that thing. So here we go. The Sharks convert on a pivotal 4th down, and we're going to see another handoff go to the right-hand side to Rush, who picks up 3. But more importantly, he keeps that clock running. So now it's 2nd and 7, ball on the 46. And the Sharks are trying to run the clock, maintain this lead, and maybe even add a little bit more on top of it if we can. But hey, we'd love to just run the clock out and get it up. We don't care how we win. We just want to win. So anyway, here we go. We're going to see another handoff. Actually, it's going to be a play action. And Malone was running to his left, but he's going to find Jackson, who came screaming across the field. A nice play right there. He even had me fooled. Play action worked to perfection. The Sharks get all the way down to the 25, and that was a nice throw on the run. And that right there was similar to the touchdown of last week, the opening game touchdown from Malone to Jackson. So that's the play right there that Coach Hughes loves to call on in important situations, and it worked yet again. And so now we're going to see Rush put some moves on and get a first down. A nice run right there. He found some space and got shifty, made a man miss. Picks up the first down, keeps the clock running, and that is what we want to see right now. So the Sharks are going to stay in shotgun. We got both running backs to our quarterbacks, left and right. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to look and find Austin across the middle for touchdown number 2 in this game, giving the Sharks potentially a 10-point lead in what has been a close game. And like we said earlier, man, this freshman has stepped up to the plate. He's answered the call. He's put his big boy shoes on, laced his boots up, whatever you want to say. Malik Austin is looking legit. Coach Hughes is looking like a genius for recruiting this kid. He has put his stamp on this game. And like I said, man, that's touchdown number 2. And number 4 is looking like he's going to be pretty good in this offense. So once again, the passing game yields a touchdown, and a good extra point puts the Sharks up 10 with only 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game. So you got to imagine all we have to do is maintain this lead, play our cards right, and we walk out of here with a dub. Nothing's guaranteed, though, as we see another touchback from the big-time freshman kicker. And so here we go. The Rebels are going to start on the 25, and obviously they're in passing situations now as O'Neal finds a receiver on the right-hand side who found some room to run and almost gets all the way down to the 50. And so this situation right now, we need the Sharks defense to tighten up. We've already seen them get an interception. Can they get another one, produce another turnover? So here we go. O'Neal's got all types of time in the pocket. Finally, he finds a receiver over the middle, but goodness gracious, could have read a 10-chapter book with all the time he had back there to throw that football. And on top of that, we see another penalty flag come out against the Sharks. So right now, we are just not doing the right things, but O'Neal, the quarterback for the Rebels, is doing all the right things as he finds another receiver, man, getting all the way down to the 11. And now we have hit the 2-minute mark in the 4th quarter, man. We have a 10-point lead, but we got to be able to keep it as O'Neal is on fire right now as he fires in another pass to a receiver over the middle who drags a Shark down all the way to the 3. And So here we go. Just as we would expect, man, they're going to go no huddle and try to speed this thing up and rush to the line. The Sharks looking to try to hold up, man, at least force him to 3 or something as O'Neal's under pressure. He's just going to throw this one all the way to the back of the end zone. So finally, the Sharks can breathe a sigh of relief, and Shark Nation does as well. And we know that this is a big drive right here if they can score, and he's going to look and find a receiver on the left-hand side. What a throw. I mean, through tons of traffic, he finds his receiver who made a nice catch through the contact, and they are now only 3 points behind in this game after a good extra point, man. It's 28-31, but it feels like the Rebels are winning the way they just went down and got all the momentum and scored that football, but they're not. The Sharks are still up, and we got the ball, man. 1:38, and right now this is when you have to show discipline. You have to show leadership. You got to manage this game. Can the Sharks do what it takes to win this football game? As Billy Goat has found a ton of space, and he is not going to be caught. And he is going to Billy Goat his way into the end zone. I don't even know what Billy Goat his way to the end zone means, but he just did it. You saw him. Another bomb play to the big-time receiver. I mean, do he have the Heisman already? Might as well give it to him. Once again, Billy Goat had a one-on-one matchup, and number one wishes it wasn't, because, oh my gosh, I mean, look how much space he had on that throw. Billy Goat does it again, man, and Moses Malone has really shown that he has an NFL-ready arm. The only question is, did we score too soon? Right there, we probably should have just milked the clock and forced UNLV to take their timeouts. But if we can add more points on the board and extend that lead, it might not matter, you know. But anyway, man, we are going to see UNLV take the field yet again, and O'Neal is going to continue his pattern of absolute dotness. Quickly shifting gears back to this defense, man. O'Neal has had tons of time, and he has dotted us up all game, and he is still doing it, marching his team down the field in short order. 2 quick plays, and they are now on the 35, and he is back in business, and he is firing on all cylinders. And so oh my gosh, here we go again. O'Neal is gonna find De Jesus down the right-hand side of the field. I mean, they probably just scored in 10 seconds, 20 seconds. The Sharks give up a touchdown just as fast as we scored on the other end. They come right back and score on us. So maybe milking the clock was probably a better idea, because right now the Rebels still have a chance. Just a complete blown assignment. I don't know. Once again, I don't know what happened. This is the second time we've seen a receiver wide open in the end zone. This is absolutely unacceptable, but we still have the lead, and that's really all that matters. We just need to hold on to this thing. But now it's going to come down to an onside kick. So as we get ready for this thing, it surely should have been scooped up, but it's up in the air, and the ball is rolling on the ground, and we can't pick it up. It's just sitting there, and the Rebels pick up the onside kick. If there's anything that we can do wrong right now, we're doing it. The Rebels now have a chance to go and tie this game, or at the very worst, take the lead. And man, if there was ever a situation where somebody or something was fumbled, it just was just now. We had a chance to recover the onside kick. We didn't do it. We let him go down and score in quick order on the previous drive. But now I guess we just got to play for right now. We still have the lead like we already know. We've got a 3-point lead. There's only a minute left in this game. We have to hold the Rebels to a field goal. They cannot go down and score. So here we go, man. It's 1st and 10, ball on the 45, exactly 1 minute left in this game. And O'Neal has been on fire, but this time he's not able to find his receiver. And so here we go, man. The Sharks have got to get some pressure on this quarterback as he finds another receiver on the right-hand side. And now, miraculously, we're having injury timeouts on our side. Like I said, the game's going to game you. Speaking of getting game, that wasn't the game gaming you. King Trident right there just got absolutely mossed. Went top shelf and came down with that catch on the 15. So here we go, man. The Sharks have got to tighten up. So on 1st and 10 on the 15, man, they're going to go with another pass over the middle. O'Neal finds his receiver for a gain of 6 right there, getting all the way down to the 8, and there is only 38 seconds left in this game. Can the Seattle Blue Shark defense find the energy, find the motivation to get a stop right here on this play? And unfortunately, they do not, man. The Rebels have come back in this game late in the fourth quarter and have taken the lead. It is now 41-38 with 30 seconds left to go. This is incredible. Shark Nation, the Shark Faithful student section is absolutely stunned right now. They don't even know what to do. And on top of that, man, we're seeing the team starting to unravel a little bit, man. We get Swagate Jenkins roughing the kicker after the fact. But here we go, man. We've been in worse situations, and I feel like I still have faith in this team that we can find our way out, man. We know Billy Goat is dangerous on that outside. We know Malik Austin has been a big-time playmaker. We got 7-11 Jackson, who's a mismatch everywhere on the field. And so here we go, man. We really need this one right here. 30 seconds left to go. We have one timeout in our back pocket, so we've got to execute this well. So here we go. Starting on the 25. Malone's going to find Bates over the middle, who gets all the way to the 49. And this is exactly what we needed. We moved down the field in short order. And here we go, man. Ball on the 49. We're going to go hurry up, and we're going to try to get another play off. The clock has started. We've got 20 seconds left to go. Malone is dropping back the pass. He's looking for a receiver. He steps up, but he steps up right into the D lineman. Barely got the throw off, and that was almost game right there. Man, he barely was able to get the strength to throw that football, and thankfully it just hits the ground. But here we go. We live to play another down, and we got 17 seconds left to go to try and do the miraculous with a freshman quarterback. So here we go, man. He's trying to get his players together, man. Calling the shot at the line. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go over the middle and almost threw an interception. Took a big shot on that play as well. The Rebels sent the blitz. And so we're now looking at 3rd and 10, man, on the 49. Worst case, we can just get into field goal range. We've got a really good kicker in our freshman upright. Maybe we'll just go for that, as we got a matchup one-on-one on the left-hand side of Billy Goat. But this time, I gotta be honest, that throw was underthrown. Billy Goat had him cooked. He had him beat. And right now it's 4th and 10, 8 seconds left to go. We are just outside of field goal range. Coach Hughes didn't feel comfortable going for a field goal, so we're going for the game. Malone's trying to scramble. He's trying to buy some time. He gets hit as he throws. Jackson's trying to come back for the football and make a play on it. The Sharks do not make the play, and we have just been upset at home. And this one hurts. I'm going to be completely honest. This is a game that, oh my gosh, we felt like we were going to win. We were up 10 with about a minute left in the fourth quarter. And honestly, man, the Sharks just completely crumbled. We had our hopes set high on, continuing our unbeaten streak from last season. We felt really good after the game from FSU, but maybe it was just a little too good, and we came into our home turf unprepared, man, and the Rebels just wanted it more. The Sharks suffer our first loss of the season, and this is a tough one. This is a tough one, but this is not something that we can't bounce back from, man. Shark Faithful, Shark Nation, we will be better next week, but this week we just did not get the job done. So anyway, man, that is going to do it for this episode, man. I know it was a crazy one. Good game nonetheless. But listen, not able to walk out with the victory, but it's going to be a long season. We're just going to have to come out and be a little bit better next week. But look, man, as always, if you did enjoy the video, man, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel today. And remember, a little bit every day goes a long way. So once you take that first step, don't look back. I'm IceG3, 3000 to be exact. I hope I see you guys in the next one. And if I don't, then go ahead and run this one back.